Good morning. So we are on day 26 of Wit and Wisdom Module 1. We are almost done and we have a very short clip today to watch. And then we're going to look at some beautiful artwork. We're going to do some noticing and some wondering about that artwork. So I'm going to go ahead and flip my camera so we can get started. All right, it's a little bit different for you guys today. We're going to use my board. Okay, here we go. Turn the volume up.
Welcome back, curious observers. I'm Sue Sabella, your Great Minds teacher. Let's see what we need for today. Today you'll need your journal and your pencil. So please pause here to gather what you need and just hit play when you're ready to continue. I'm curious all the time. I always have questions. And I try to sit back and observe and take time to observe. I bet you're curious too. Today, we're going to be curious together. What do I notice and wonder about these paintings? I will be noticing and wondering about these 4 paintings. As a curious person, it's important to take time to notice and to wonder. Today we'll be noticing and wondering about works of art, and we're going to start with this painting here. When you look at a work of art, it's important to let your eyes wander over the painting. And that means to let your eyes go from top to bottom, side to side, to look at every detail. And usually, when curious observers are looking at art, they do it silently for a good chunk of time. Together, we'll study this piece of art with our eyes for 1 minute. I'm going to put a counter to the side just to remind us when the 1 minute is up, but the whole time, just let your eyes wander across the painting. Pay attention to the colors and the details. Ready? Here we go. Whenever studying a piece of art, it's helpful to be able to describe what you're seeing in detail. When I look at this piece of art, I see a lot of red. I also see some blue and green at the top. As I studied the painting, I also had so many questions. Where did this painting take place? When was this painting painted? How did the artist make this painting? So many questions. Pause here to describe what you saw out loud or chat with a learning partner. Just play when you're ready to continue.
Okay, I'm gonna turn my light out so we can see it a little bit better. So when I am looking at this painting, I am noticing, like Miss Sabella said, there's a lot of red, but I'm also noticing some blues and purples and greens. And like there's a lot of green up here in the sky and down here. And I'll notice some yellows. And I'm noticing it looks like a forest. It looks like those are trees. Those are the things that I'm noticing. What I'm wondering is, I wonder why it all looks so blurry. Like, why is it not more defined? Why is there not more definition with the trees? It just looks like it's all smudged. So what I want you to do is share with your learning partner some things that you noticed and you wondered about this painting, and then push play when you're ready to move.
I know you, and I know that you had so many things that you noticed in the last painting and also lots of questions. So as we dig into the 3 remaining paintings, I'd like you to get set up for success. So grab your journal and your pencil and create a Notice and Wonder T-chart in your journal. Pause here to get your journal set up, and then just hit play when you're ready to continue.
Okay, so in your journal, I want to show you what mine looks like. Okay, so here is the journal, okay? On the top, I know it's hard to see, on the top is today's date, 10/29. You can see on the bottom of the screen that this is page 45 in our knowledge response journal. What I need you to do is write the title of the painting, Autumn Landscape. And then we're gonna do Notice and a Wonder chart. So go ahead and pause the video, make sure you get that copied down on page 45, and then push play when you're ready to move on. So what I want you to do is take a few minutes and write down some things that you noticed and some things that you wondered about the painting Autumn Landscape. Okay, here are some things that I noticed. I noticed there are a lot of red, orange, blue, and green trees and spots in this painting. And I noticed the painting looks smudgy or blurry. And I wonder why the artist didn't make it clearer. And I wonder where this painting is. Like, where is the artist when they are making this painting? So what I want you to do is make sure that you have at least 2 notices and 2 wonders. And please don't just copy mine. Please make your own.
Now that your journal is ready with your Notice and Wonder chart, your eyes are ready to wander. You'll study this work of art and jot down what you notice, and also what are you wondering? What are the questions that you have? Instead of putting a timer on the side, I'm putting you in charge. I'd like you to pause here to notice and wonder, and to jot down those notices and your questions in your journal. And then you'll hit play to continue. You have a good idea of about how long a minute lasts. And remember, if you'd like to wander with your eyes longer than a minute, that is just fine. So just hit play when you have everything down in your journal that you'd like to have down, and then we'll come back together. I'll see you then. Pause here to notice and wonder, and then just hit play when you're ready to continue.
Okay, so back to your journal. We're going to do the same thing with this painting, but it's going to be a little bit different this time. So I want to show you our Notice and Wonder chart. Okay, so this is a little bit different because we have 3 paintings that we are going to look at. So we need to separate our Notice and Wonder chart into 3 sections. So you're going to make your Notice and your Wonder chart just like normal, but then you're going to divide it into 3 blocks. And on the side, you're going to write the titles of the paintings. The first painting is Hunters in the Snow. And if you need to pause to type to make sure you get this written correctly on your book, on your journal, please do that. So we have Hunters in the Snow, Bathers in Asnier, and Paris Street Rainy Day. So make sure that you get these written first and then play. Well, actually push pause so that you can so that you can observe the painting, okay? And then we will move on. So after you have finished observing this painting, you can go ahead and, oops, wrong way. Go ahead and push play and go to the next painting.
I'm sure you missed a lot, and I bet you have a lot of questions. Let's check out another painting. As your eyes wander over this painting, you can continue to add to your Notice and Wonder chart. And remember, I'm putting you in charge. You'll pause here and let your eyes wander for at least a minute, and then jot down what you're noticing and what your questions are. Pause here to notice and wonder, and then just hit play when you're ready to continue. You are truly becoming an expert at observing art. We have one more, and what I'd like you to do is to jot down one thing that you notice about this painting and one more question. Pause here to notice and wonder, and then just hit play when you're ready to continue. You're such an expert observer. I'm sure you also noticed the check mark in the corner, and you remember what that means. Your teacher will be checking in with you about your notice and wonder chart. And remember, the cool thing about a video lesson is you can always scroll back on the timeline if you'd like to add more to your chart. So feel free to pause and do that if you'd like to jot down one more question or something else that you noticed along the way, and then just come on back to wrap up our video lesson.
Okay, so just to make sure that you know what the paintings are called, because like in our journal, you have the painting titles on the side. So this painting, this is Hunters in the Snow. This is going to be the first, Caitlin, you shine the light on my book. It's a little pink, sorry. So this is the first one, Hunters in the Snow. This is where you're gonna write your notice and your wonder. Thank you, Caitlin. You're welcome. For the first painting, for this one, okay? The second painting, or the third painting actually, this is Bathers at Asnier. This one is going to go in the second one, okay? You're going to put your notice and your wonder for the second Bathers in Asnier in this box. The last painting that we look at is this one. This is Paris Street Rainy Day, and it is in the bottom box down here, Paris Street Rainy Day. Put your notice and your wonder here. I want at least one notice for each painting and at least one wonder for each painting, okay? And you are going to be taking a picture of this and uploading it so that I can see your notices and your wonders, okay? So let's go back to the video. We're actually almost all finished. Okay, right, here we go.
To wrap up our video lesson. Observation is a skill, and being a great observer means that you take time to notice and you take time to question, and you truly are becoming an expert observer. Think about what you observed today. What did you learn in those paintings? What did you notice? And what are you wondering about? Share your ideas with someone else to help grow their knowledge. And I will see you again very soon.
Okay. So what you are going to do is you are going to, on page 46, make sure that you are doing your notice and your wonder for all three of the paintings. So we did on page 45, we did notice and wonder for autumn landscape, okay? On page 46, you're gonna do the notice and the wonders for the other three paintings. So that is all that you have to do today. You are going to take a picture and upload it into a Google Slide for me or a Google Doc so that I can see it. And that will be all that you have to work on today. All right. So I hope you guys have a great day and I will talk to you later.